And we are the only ones who can stop him. I will.
Let's get to work.
Once and for all.
Homelander is gonna burn everything down, and we are the only ones who can stop him. Guys, take a deep breath. If the brand new, incredibly unhinged trailer for The Boys Season 5 Episode 5 proved anything to us, it's that we are heading straight into a total bloodbath of biblical proportions. I mean, think about where we started. Remember back in Season 1 when we thought figuring out a way to blow up Translucent was the craziest thing ever? Or when exposing a couple of corrupt superheroes on social media felt like a massive victory? Yeah, those days are permanently gone. We are no longer dealing with corporate blackmail. We are literally looking at the total collapse of the American government, the end of the world as we know it, and Homelander completely off his leash, pulling all the strings. But hiding inside this new trailer, if you pause at exactly the right frames, is something huge. I'm talking about the most legendary, highly anticipated TV actor reunion of our entire generation. A secret legacy character whose powers are dangerously fading, and a massive, heartbreaking clue about who is going to make the ultimate sacrifice to end this war. Oh, and somebody is going to get completely obliterated in the blink of an eye. You are going to want to hear this, because the clues Kripke and the team left are absolutely wild. Let's break it down, frame by frame. Okay, first things first. We need to talk about the title of the upcoming episode, One-Shots. The writers of this show do not do anything by accident. Now, if you read the original Garth Ennis comic books, you know that a one-shot is a fun little side story. It's usually a standalone single-issue adventure where the writers step away from the main plot and just go a little crazy, like exploring a character's super dark origin story, or giving us wild spin-offs like Herogasm. But come on, let's be real. This is The Boys Season 5. They don't have time for fun little side stories. In gaming and geek culture, getting one-shotted means something completely different. It means you get wiped off the map. You get hit with one single devastatingly powerful attack, and you are dead before your brain even registers what happened. No dramatic final speech, just poof. Based on the incredibly fast, anxiety-inducing editing in this trailer, I think we are about to see exactly that. There is a huge, very credible rumor floating around that Misha Collins's super-secret, heavily guarded mystery character is the poor soul who is going to get popped like a wet water balloon by Soldier Boy. And speaking of our favorite walking radioactive hazard, it looks like Soldier Boy and Homelander are finally burying the hatchet. After all the betrayal in Episode 2, Homelander is actively dragging Soldier Boy to a very specific, heavily guarded location. It isn't a Vought lab, it isn't a military base, it's a rehab center. And that is where things get really, really interesting. For months, the internet has been completely losing its mind, trying to figure out who Jared Padalecki is playing. Is he a hero? A villain? A completely new messed up creation? Well, the trailer finally gave it away. Jared is stepping into the worn-out running shoes of Mr. Marathon. If you don't know who that is, or if you aren't deep into the comic lore, let me catch you up really quick. Long before A-Train was running around causing chaos, having heart attacks, and dragging Huey's girlfriend through the streets, Mr. Marathon was the original fast guy for the Seven. Think of him like DC's The Flash, but instead of being a noble hero tapped into the Speed Force, he's a total, degenerate mess. Because his powers come from Vought's sketchy toxic compound V biology, his body couldn't handle the long-term strain. He started getting slower as he got older. And to deal with losing his speed, his fame, and his mind, he developed a massive, ridiculous drug habit. We actually got a breadcrumb about this earlier in the season. On a background news ticker, it said Mr. Marathon got into some major federal legal trouble. To avoid going to a supermax prison, he accepted a court-ordered stay at the Global Wellness Center in Malibu. And guess where Homelander and Soldier Boy are aggressively kicking the doors down in this trailer? Yep, the Malibu Rehab Center. But why do the two strongest, most dangerous guys on Earth need a washed-up, out-of-shape, drug-addicted speedster? I have two main theories. Theory A. A-Train is completely off the board or can't be trusted, and they desperately need a speedster for a highly classified fast insertion mission. Or Theory B. Mr. Marathon was around during the golden years of Vought. He knows where the bodies are buried. He might hold a piece of classified information about a hidden weakness that Homelander desperately needs to secure his endgame. But guys, here is the absolute best part of all of this. The creator and showrunner of The Boys, Eric Kripke, is also the mastermind who created Supernatural. Over the last few years, he's been quietly turning the Vought universe into a massive Winchester family reunion. We had Jim Beaver, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Rob Benedict, but getting Jensen, Jared, and Misha in the exact same room, that's the holy grail of television magic. Kripke literally joked in a recent interview that because they are on Amazon and not a network TV channel with broadcast rules, he is going to make these three do the absolute craziest, weirdest, most R-rated stuff imaginable. Expect this reunion to be a darkly comedic, wildly unhinged, twisted mirror of their Sam, Dean, and Castiel dynamic. I am calling it now. It's going to break the internet. While the good guys are dealing with messy speedsters and Malibu rehabs, Homelander is busy cementing his status as a living, breathing god. Literally. There's a breathtaking shot in the trailer of him just staring up at a giant towering new statue of himself. It's the ultimate visual of his ego completely taking over his sanity. Vought's PR machine, which is now entirely run by his psychotic loyalists, is heavily pushing him to the public. But they aren't selling him as a superhero anymore. They are selling him as a religious figure. In the trailer, we hear them officially branding him as the Prophet. They figured calling him God outright might upset traditional religious folks, so Prophet was the terrifyingly perfect middle ground. It feeds right into his Messiah complex. He no longer just wants adoring fans to clap for him, he demands absolute worship. If you don't bow, you burn. But guys, the scariest stop-you-dead-in-your-tracks shot of the whole trailer? It's Homelander sitting at the resolute desk in the Oval Office. In the past, he liked to control the president from the shadows. He wanted puppets like Victoria Newman or Robert Singer to do the boring political work while he pulled the strings. Now, he just cut out the middleman completely. He is sitting in the big chair. For hardcore comic fans, this is a massive deal. The original comic books ended with a jaw-dropping, blood-soaked showdown right inside the White House. Homelander physically taking the seat of the commander-in-chief means American democracy is officially dead in this universe. He is the supreme dictator. How do you even fight a guy who has laser eyes, unbreakable skin, and the entire United States military at his command? Well, that brings me to the lab, and a ghost from the past. Our boy Frenchie is still sweating it out in the lab, frantically trying to recreate the Compound V killing virus. The boys seem to think they can have a working lethal batch ready in a couple of weeks, which, wouldn't you know it, lines up perfectly with the series finale. It's a massive ticking clock scenario. But things are getting wildly complicated because of the smartest person on the planet, Sister Sage. The trailer shows her secretly monitoring someone working with what looks like V1 injections. Sage's true allegiances have been the absolute biggest mystery of Season 5. We still don't really know whose side she is on. Is she playing Homelander to survive? Is she secretly orchestrating his downfall from the inside to save humanity? Or does she just want the throne for herself, and Homelander is just a pawn in her 4D chess game? Could her unique, terrifying ability to manipulate the blood inside someone's veins be the exact key to slowing the invincible Homelander down? Could she literally just stop his heart from beating? It's highly possible they are the distraction the main team needs. But let's be real with each other. While the Gen V kids are awesome, narrative law dictates that the final killing blow has to come from the core crew. The trailer shows the boys sitting in a dimly lit, grungy motel room. Nobody is speaking. They are just nodding at each other in this grim, silent acceptance. They know they aren't walking away from this. This is a suicide mission, and they are fully committing to it. And that brings us to Billy Butcher. The biggest, most heartbreaking theory on the internet right now: the virus will work. But there's a huge catch. Homelander has super senses. He can smell a chemical change in a person's sweat from a mile away. You can't just sneak up and stab him with a syringe. The only way to get the virus close enough to him, into his system, is for someone to inject themselves with it first, let it incubate, and get within arm's reach. Billy Butcher is already a dead man walking. His brain is turning to Swiss cheese, consumed by the parasitic tumor created by his Temp V abuse. Sacrificing himself to become a walking, breathing biological bomb might be the only physical way to take Homelander down. But more tragically, from an emotional standpoint, it might be the absolute only way Butcher can finally prove to Ryan that he actually cared about him. He has to become the ultimate soup, the very thing he hates, to save the boy from his father. It is poetic, it is brutal, it will make us all cry, and it makes total, inevitable sense for Billy Butcher's character arc. I'll take that as a yes. The plot armor is officially gone, my friends. We are past the halfway mark. Nobody, not Huey, not Frenchie, not Kimiko, and certainly not Butcher. Eric Kripke. promised us a hard, definitive, uncompromising ending. And I truly believe we are going to see some major internet-breaking deaths start dropping as early as episode 7. But what do you guys think? How wild and R-rated is this supernatural reunion actually going to get? Do you think Butcher is really going to turn himself into a human virus bomb? Is Stormfront chilling in a freezer somewhere? And seriously, who do you think is getting one-shotted in the first 10 minutes? Drop your craziest, most unhinged theories down in the comments right now, because I am going to be reading and replying to all of them. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed with notifications on, because we are going to be breaking down every single frame, every single Easter egg, and every single death as we march toward the apocalyptic series finale of The Boys. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.